Hello everyone and welcome to Opus Magnum. We're doing more magic, we're doing more alchemy, which is science magic, and those are oxymorons. Now we're getting to the end of chapter 3 and I felt like, you know what, I'm not going to skip anything else anymore. I'm going to play them all, but I'm going to speed them up. So this is going to look slightly different than the normal videos because I am going to do 3, but it's going to be done slightly faster. It's not too fast that it's difficult to follow, but here we are. We have to create the thing at the top. Now that is going to involve changing elements and neutralizing elements into salt. So you see I put everything next to where it needs to be. So all of the changing is on the left and the neutralizing is on the right. You see there? It turns to salt, and that's exactly what we need it to do. So this side works perfectly fine. Now we need to up the element, and it's only 1. So we've only got to go once, and then that works. So it's actually not too bad. We are going to need a minimum of 2 arms here, because they essentially, one has to drop one and one has to drop the other. I forgot to let it go there, and there it is, and that's the issue, that's the one we need in the top right. There you go, you can see it there. So it only needs 1 transformation. Now it's a worry about putting them all together. That is going to be what is essentially the long-winded element of this. Now one way you can do it is you can grab something that is just a 2 and then move things around. So here we go. That, in effect, will allow us to create the 3 salts that we need but this is probably the better bonding. But we're going to leave that one there just in case we actually need it. And you see, now what we can essentially do is create the 3 salts we need. I then realise I don't need that one over there. So ignore that one. We then realised that essentially we can use the arm 1 in order to create the 3 salts in the product that we're trying to create. And you see, it's going to be interesting because we essentially have to put it on all 3 sections. And there we go. There are all 3, as you can see, exactly where we need them to be. And now we have to create just the 2 more. One that we already have. We don't have to change the air at all. That is exactly as it needs to be. And then we can worry about the extra one. So what we're going to have is we are going to have the this arm 2. Move the lot of them down. So that if it's rotated, it can then attach down to the right part that we need it. So there's 1, 2 and 3. Now we need to move that 1 so it's out of the way. So it needs to grab it, then it needs to rotate. Let's just have a look at what that does. Boom. See that? Look at that, look at that. And now it's turned it, and I'm almost there, look at that. I then realised that if I turn it once more, ready. Oh, nearly. You see that? It was close. It was because I had the wrong one in place. And there it is, look at that. Now we can place that last one on that last spot to the right, and we have our finished product. So it worked out considerably better than I thought so. So we do need... Now there is probably a way, if we're being honest, there is probably a way for me to use arm 1 so that I'm still using arm 1 to create them, but it's too much work to try and solve. So instead, I'm sticking with it where it is. As you can see, that should work. It's spreading a little bit, and I don't like it being this spread out. So we're going to have both arms 3 and 4 pick up what they are holding. Now, for those that are eagle-eyed among you, you may have noticed that I have put the transmogrification tool the wrong way around. I've put it the wrong way around. It needs to be reversed. I'll work it out eventually. Because you see, I've dropped the thing, and it don't work. It don't work. Still ain't worked it out. See, worked it out. There we go. Took me a little while to work it out. So now that can come back a little bit. I want to try and get it all as tight, moving together. There it is. You see that? We got it. Now we're going to try and fit it in around there. Boom. And now it just needs to be rotated. You see that? It's there. So if we reset all the arms, and then we literally just twist it, and then reset it, that should be everything. There it is. See that? Done. Okay, and here we go. This is the first part of the robbery completed. Now, for those who haven't been keeping up the story, because let's be honest, I haven't been talking about it very much, we worked for a house, and we were doing alchemy for the house. Then they went to war with another house, and then we lost the war. So what we are now trying to do is we are trying to steal some lead so we can turn it into gold from our original house. Now, as you can see there, we did very, very well. Cost was a fraction higher, but everything else was dead on balls with everything else. So we now have our sealed solvent so we can break into what we need. This next one, we need to create a nice long product which involves joining them together and then moving them on. I like these. These are probably my favourite types of products. And what I plan to do for this one is I am essentially going to try and use one arm and one arm only and use a track. Now, I don't think of that to start with. I do eventually come up with that idea, because there are many different ways to do these puzzles, and essentially the way you have to look at them a lot of the time is you can focus on one thing. At the end, you get 3 things. You get the cost, the cycles, and you get the area. You have an option in which you can focus on one of those elements and do amazing in like, for example, the cost, but the cycles will be a lot longer, or vice versa, you know. Or you can do the cost is way down low, but the area is massive. So it comes down to what you want to try and do. Here, there you go. I've come to the conclusion that I want to do it with one arm. Might take a little bit longer to do, so the cycles will probably be longer than normal. But I like to think the area is going to be pretty positive, and definitely the cost as well. So that's my plan. I haven't made the connection that if you look along the Earth ball in the center of all of those 3 all the way along, they're all connected in the middle. I haven't worked that out yet. It takes me a while to realize that I can't just make the 3, the top, the middle and the bottom. I have to connect them. I have to connect them in the middle. I won't get that until probably the very end of this. I eventually work it out. So, this is the plan. We are going to essentially create as much as we can. There's 1, there's 2. You see, now we have to make it a salt. That was a good idea, but we didn't go down, you see. So we go do that, and then we go boom, there we go. Look at that, we've made it. A little bit of up and down here, there, and actually don't look too bad. Now it turns out we probably could have got rid of the minus at the very, very top of that conveyor belt and stuck another salt there, because we never actually go up there. Bang. They're not connected in the middle, you idiot. See that? I've just realised. I've just fucking realised, like a moron. And I try and use this and it won't work because it's in the way. Then I try and get rid of the bottom section, but that's the one we use, so that don't work. Like an idiot. Because I think, I'm trying to work it out, and I think, no, that'll work, surely. Because if I move it along, that's what I need. But no, obviously not. That's not going to happen. So I go back to this. Now this works. I decide essentially I've got to stick it onto the 3rd one along, because then it'll attach. Yes, now I've realised I can't move it down because I was stupid. There we go. Here we go. Pop across 2. Now what will happen is it will join there, and you see, and it joins every time you move it along. And now I've done it. It's a little bit of a problem because it, you know, it takes a little bit longer than it probably should. And I probably could have got rid of the top section of that conveyor, but it doesn't matter. It does its job. And there you go. The cost itself is considerably better. The area is quite low, which is strange for me, but the cycles is way down low. And that's what I was saying. But we've got the climbing rope fibre, so we can now climb. And now we're going to make the warming tonic. Using fire and water. And as you can see, it's just fire, water and salt all combined together in funky ways. So everything we have here should work lovely. It's all just a case of how we are going to choose to do this now. And are we even going to need all of these? So here we go. Yeah, basically I know that I'm going to do the left side first, and then I'm going to grab it and spin it around, and then I'm going to create the right side, which will be connected to it. You'll see it, it'll all make sense. And it actually works out much better than I thought it was going to. I then realised that I do need an extending arm is going to be needed here. And we're going to basically have it work you see there, we've got the salt we need and we've got the fires. There it is. Look at that. Salt, fires. Wasn't too difficult. It's a little bit longer than you probably needed it, but it works. It does the business. So what we're now going to have, number 2 is going to grab it, move it one left, and then spin it around. And then we have the top left half exactly as it needs to be. 1, 2, 3. And now 2, 3, there it is. Look at that, look at that. Now we just have to place the water and the salt, and it will connect because of the way that the connectors are positioned. So we no longer need the other fire. We've got enough. We are going to use the fire to do the salts. There we go, move it on a little bit. And we're going to position it. We're going to do the exact same thing again because we need salt, but it's going to go the other way this time. That should there be everything. So we ready for this? Fire, fire, done. There's that, there's that, there's that. You see now it worked, but it's got to come in one. There's that, and that should be it. Boom, boom, and look at that. Exactly what we needed, exactly where we need it to be. And there we go. We have our third part of the heist. Technically, it is a heist, yes. So, I didn't let go. I did not let go, and that was silly. So we're going to reset the arm, and now it's all reset, and now it is all lovely. Boom. 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 There we go. And that's all done. Now, the next video will be the final 2 parts of the heist and the ending of the story to see exactly if we're going to be able to steal the lead, and we are going to have to then make a whole shit ton of gold. See that? The cost is lower. The area is lower, but the cycles are a bit long, which again, you can kind of gather that's probably going to be the case when your costs and areas are low. It's probably going to take a little bit longer than you expect. But there we go, all done. All got the warming tonic. We've now just got the life sensing potion and the very dark thread, and then we can give everything we've made to our robber and see what happens. So thank you so much for watching Opus Magnum. Please keep an eye out for the next one. We'll see if we're able to get what we need. Please like and subscribe. Please click the link on the screen and watch one of my other videos. See what else I'm up to. and I will see you again next time.